Yep. Y'all, this is so it's time to wind down now. This is hold on just a minute. Yep. So it's something else that I thought about after I got off the line pertaining to pertaining to the vehicle. So um and I'm gonna tell you, I know some be like, well, you you know, don't be, talk about what the devil doing. Well, there's more to it than me coming on here and talking about it, because really, to be honest with you, I'm not bothered now. Now I'm be honest with you. At first, because I didn't know what's going on, I should have been trusting God and just putting not, but I it didn't happen like that. I was bothered. But now that I know and I understand what's going on, I'm not I'm not bothered by it. But I'm coming back on here to talk about the vehicle. So they got this vehicle, and I believe that guy at Walmart did it. He programmed. He had it on the computer, and he programmed. Did something to the car to program it where it's like whoever got the access to the car, they, because whenever I'm in the car, they know my every whereabouts. So it's like the GPS is given out to a number of different people. They gave it out to like that app. They gave it out because you can share it. And I found out later about that. At first, I didn't know. Like I said, I really didn't understand what was going on. And I'm saying all this because, back in the day, they said about paper trail. I'm putting it out there to whoever hears it, whoever come across this video. You will be able to know that they can tracking me through this vehicle. They're tracking me through this vehicle, and which is, I'm fine with that, because I don't do nothing. Maybe whoever tracking me, they'll if they haven't given their life to the Lord, they'll see that I'm not living a lie. I'm not living a lie. Uh, I don't do nothing but. Well, at one point I was going to church, and um, I don't do anything, but maybe God will use them following me and tracking me, and He'll get the glory uh, out of my life that way. That they'll be drawn to the Lord. And I never have I said that I have it all together. Like, but it's just some things that I don't do. I don't. God has blessed me or helped me to not be doing. But everybody has something wrong with them. Everybody has something they need help from the Lord for. So when I speak and I be saying what I say on social media, it's because I speak it because of the fact that first of all, I feel like that's what God given me to say. And if you speaking at times, it's going to come off in a way like it might be a little too forward or whatever. But however, I came on here to talk about, I thank God for this car. I really do. It was a blessing. My daughter, bought it for me. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that people probably don't even know about their own vehicle. They probably they tracking everybody. They tracking everybody. But, and I'm not talking about in this case nothing about the government. I'm talking about individuals that if you see them following you, because I know I ain't the only one, but if you see them like gang, like cars following you, I could tell who they are because the way they do it. I mean, I could tell who they are. I could tell who got like, like in cahoots together with each other because of the way they move, the way they do things. And that's the reason why I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it but I'm just talking about it because I know that I'm not the only one, and probably ain't the only one that have been done this way in this city by these same folks. Because these are people that got money and trying to keep you from getting it. Because even before time, first of all, I don't even quite understand. Like, there's certain things that be done, and it's like you haven't consented to be done. And I'm going to say something about this too, because I feel I've been wronged all the way around. I'm just going to be honest with you. Dealing with these male people, they, and I'm not saying who and where and all that, but the people that's doing it, they know. But dealing with these male people, I done told them to forward my mail. I gave them that paper to forward it. But instead of them forwarding my mail where I told them that I'm, moving to, they still send it to this apartment that I no longer, and see, here go one of them people. They send it to the apartment that I no longer stay at. And I don't quite understand. Well, yeah, I understand why they doing that too. They trying to keep me connected to that, what they doing. That's what they doing, trying to keep me connected with that. And another thing I'm going to tell you, too, another thing I want to say, I am for Jesus Christ. I'm for righteousness. I'm not for no wickedness. They sent me something in the mail, but see, this at the time that they at the time that happened to me, that attack happened to me, it had the side of my left side, it was like kind of cloudy. So it's like when they sent this mail, to me. I wasn't like really aware of, like really reading it, like talking about. Well, I'm gonna say that part for later, cause that right there, I need to find that bill. That's what I need to. But um, the attack, it's like I'm pretty much coming around to myself as far as not feeling, feeling the way that I was. And the reason why I'm saying something about it is because I feel like, shoot, ain't no telling, before me, somebody else probably was done like that. And they probably just ain't saying nothing. But I am gonna say this. Um, this right here have really helped me, helped me concerning a lot of stuff, like spiritual and natural. Who is that? Um, hello everybody that come on this live. Everybody that come on the live, hello. But yeah, it's a lot that I want to say, but it's just pieces. It's coming to me. Pieces is coming to me. There's a lot that I don't quite understand pertaining to what happened to me. But I know something happened. I know that. On November the 8th, I know something happened. And then um, it's like the people in the city, they know. Certain ones, they know. Because I see certain stuff that they be doing as far as, they laughing and stuff. Like one man gonna tell me I was being polite coming out of the doctor's office, I think it was, and he was a Caucasian man, which that don't really matter, but I'm just saying. He come out the door, I was coming out first, so I'm like being nice enough to hold the door open for him. He gonna tell me, you being a gentlewoman, a gentlewoman. Basically, calling me like I'm a man. But even in that, um, God got the last say so. He got the last say so out of all of it. I be trying not to. Study talk about this, but and I'm, not trying to stay in the past, but it's by chance it's somebody else that need to hear what I'm talking about. But the thing is, you don't. It'd be funny to me concerning certain stuff that I be seeing too. But dealing with everything we go through on this earth, um, it's just to make us to put up, well, to help us to be in a, a greater place in the spiritual, realm and with the Lord, because a lot of stuff that if I hadn't went through it, I still would be where I was. I still would be in the same place. dealing with certain stuff. But yeah, yep. But I'm telling you, God allow us to go through things, and I feel like at some point this 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 car, them people for it should be able to go on here and kind of like give some kind of input of of the situation with the computer on this car. I'm gonna pay them to to take this to fix this sync stuff that's on here. They can upgrade it or take this upgrade stuff off that needs to be upgraded, and should be able to, I pay them, should be able to give me another key fob where people will not be connecting to this vehicle or using the fob to do whatever they doing. They using their phones. They're using their phones mainly. I see them with their phones. And I know somebody said, well, you don't know what they doing. Well, you right. I don't exactly know what they doing. But the way they be doing what they be doing is, I could tell my tint on this window, they don't, sometimes people don't even know I'm sitting in the car. And that might be the reason why they took that tent off the back of my car like that, cause so they could be able to see me sitting in here. I was sitting in the car at the apartment complex where I was staying, because I no longer stay there because of the fact all this stuff that the neighbors was doing. I couldn't even have internet because they was tapping into my internet and doing certain stuff. Um, when I go live and all that, they was getting on, like messing with my internet. So I got rid of the internet. Couldn't have a doorbell up because they ring their doorbell, and then they doorbell ringing in my apartment because they connected to my Wi-Fi. And I watched them. I watched them walking past my door and trying to connect to my stuff. I watched them. I don't speak on. That's the reason why I'm not speaking on certain things until I get to that point where I can speak on it. I speak on things that I feel that I know because I'm watch. I see. I watch. Yep, I be watching, and it's a me and my husband, we got married through the Alabama certificate thing, because he's incarcerated. Where their business was and everything, his name is first on that certificate. Because, he the man. So he's the groom. I'm the bride. So his name is first on there. And I feel like what they did was they took, because his name is first on that apartment like with that address, which the thing is, we didn't even use, he used the address at the prison for his, stuff. But it's like they connected him to that apartment like he out, and he got like he's operating a business, preferably the business that I, started. But one thing, God is real. He is real, and he see everything. And I know that God is going to he gonna take care of the situation, because all of what they thought was gonna happen a couple weeks ago, um, dealing with a certain situation, I felt like I shouldn't go, so I didn't go, because I felt like if I had a went, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now. But God got it in control. And dealing with my husband, dealing with my husband, I haven't felt the need to talk about my marriage, because this that I don't know about it need to be in our business. So that's the reason why I haven't talked about him. And I even tried to well, I did talk to somebody about that. But the whole gist of the thing, it's these people know. They know what's going on as far as that business, but they don't want me to know who to talk to concerning it, as far as here, not I know the Secretary of State. I supposed to go to them, straighten stuff out and all that. I know that, but the part that's going on here is somebody that know what's going on here. And the people that I feel like I was supposed to talk to, they said they don't know nothing. Like they don't know what's going on. But anywho, yeah. I am I am picking to get off of here, and and I'm gonna start back doing them devotionals, and doing what I really need to be doing. Um, but the reason why I'm talking about this, because I really um it's just really sad that you know the people that you feel like you could trust, you can't trust them. That's sad, but you know that's just the way it is. At times. Mm. But anyway, let me get off of here, y'all. for those who come across this, that y'all are more in tune with the Lord, y'all stronger. I'm just gonna say, y'all just, pray for me. Cause I'm praying for, praying for just people in general. I ask God to help everybody, cause we all need help. Every last one of us. It's something that we, need help with. And in the Bible, it speaks about the stronger one and bearing the infirmities of the weak. We all, some people strong in this, and some people strong in that. And we supposed to just, come together and help one another through prayer and, asking God to strengthen our brothers and our sisters. And those that may not be, in Christ and walking the way that they need to walk, you're supposed to be praying for them and asking God to, help them to come into the truth. But, however, I'll talk to y'all later. All right.